An important chemistry and writing song is inspiration, and I'm holding one of my inspirations is Emmanuel Lewis.
Michael Jackson began his career as a kid performer with his brothers in the Jackson 5. He afterwards started working alone and established himself away from his family. The performer dominated the 1980s with his groundbreaking music videos, amazing live shows, and enormously successful albums. Despite growing up in the spotlight, Jackson still had a child's innocence. In order to regain his lost childhood and give them the fun he never experienced, he sought out friendships with other kid celebrities. Emmanuel Lewis was one of those friends. The star of Webster and the King of Pop were seen together at award shows during the height of Thriller mania. Lewis was so close to the singer, his family once took him in after a terrible accident. Michael Jackson's background as a child star made him sensitive to other child stars. When the Jackson 5 was merely an idea in their father's mind, the boys were worked tirelessly to succeed. Their father, Joseph Jackson, booked his boys to perform in any arena he could. Sometimes this even meant placing them in environments that weren't appropriate for children. Michael Jackson has often spoken about performing in strip clubs as a child with his brothers. The idea of having young children performing in such a place after hours is unheard of today. Yet, this was Jackson's reality. He experienced a loss of innocence that he was desperate to obtain as an adult. Jackson also spoke about the mistreatment he said his father subjected him to. Jackson said that he was physically abused by his father. He also said that his father made fun of the way he looked. Jackson told Martin Bashir that his father told him his nose was too big. He also told Oprah that his father would tell him he was ugly. In addition to all of this, Jackson was sad that he couldn't do things other kids his age were able to. Jackson once told a story about his recording sessions at Motown. There was a park across the street from the recording studio. Jackson said that there were days when he would cry listening to the kids playing and having fun, knowing that he wasn't able to join them. When looking at Jackson's friendship with Emmanuel Lewis and other child stars, it's clear that Jackson wanted to give them the sense of fun that he was deprived of in his own childhood. Emmanuel Lewis' family took Michael in when he was recovering from his Pepsi commercial accident. On the filming of Jackson's Thriller music video in 1983, Lewis and Jackson had their first meet. The video was as the final one to be filmed for the same titled album by Michael Jackson. This video was essential in Thriller becoming the best-selling record of all time. Lewis and Jackson got very close right once, and the two frequently appeared together in public. At the 1984 Grammy Awards, Jackson appeared alongside Brooke Shields and Emmanuel Lewis. This particular event came after Jackson endured a horrific accident where he was burned on the set of a Pepsi commercial. Lewis spoke about how he helped Michael Jackson at that time in a Chris Angel interview. Lewis claims that rather than going back to his family's house, where Jackson was living, Jackson chose to check into a hotel. Lewis and his family were uncomfortable with Jackson recovering from surgery alone himself in a hotel room. So they took him home, where they gave him Lewis' spare room to rest and heal.
When he was burnt from the Pepsi commercial,
Right.
he had like 3-degree burns or whatever.
Third
and
degree,
it was
right.
really, really, it was really bad, and he was on a lot of medication. And instead of going home, he decided to check in at a hotel and Sheraton Universal, and was like, wait a minute, I mean, that's Mike, that's my boy. I can't have him recuperate by himself in a hotel. So it's like, we're coming to kidnap you. And
That's
so
awesome.
me, my mom, my brothers, we all took him into our house.
Emmanuel Lewis defends Michael Jackson later in life. In 1993, allegations surfaced that Jackson abused a 13-year-old boy. Jackson denied the allegations and proclaimed his innocence. In 2005, another boy made similar allegations and it went to trial. Jackson was found not guilty on all charges. 10 years after his death, two men who knew Jackson when they were younger made similar allegations. It was the subject of an HBO documentary, Leaving Neverland. Lewis has strongly defended his friend throughout the entire situation. Following the release of Leaving Neverland, Lewis received numerous tweets claiming that Jackson had also molested him. Lewis wrote in response to one of the tweets, Let's be 100% clear here, I was never a victim. My big bro Michael has been nothing but kind and a role model to me and my family. I suggest you pick a subject you really know, because obviously you don't know Michael and you don't know me. Spread peace, not false rumors. Other child stars Jackson was friends with, like Macaulay Culkin, also defended him. Culkin recently talked to Esquire magazine about the allegations. He never did anything to me. I never saw him do anything, and especially at this flashpoint in time, I'd have no reason to hold anything back. He continued, the guy has passed on. If anything, I'm not gonna say it would be stylish or anything like that, but right now is a good time to speak up, and if I had something to speak up about, I would totally do it, but no, I never saw anything, he never did anything. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about friendship between Michael Jackson and Emmanuel Lewis. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.